Hello, this is yet another video of me just complaining. Now, I'm not going to complain too long about this, but the gameplay in the background is from Pokemon Reloaded? Pokemon Project Reloaded is what it's named on my PC, but that's different. Anyway, this is a fan game made by Spanish speakers. I don't remember which country. I got this from their forum, and yeah. No, I will not leave a link in the description because I do not want the Nintendo Ninjas to take this game down. You can find it by name. You can find it by just recognizing it. It's been around for a very long time. So, with that out of the way, yeah, the title's probably something about like Pokemon ZA, or they're smoking that Zaza or something. I don't know. Yeah, you spent. Okay, when I say you, I mean people that were tricked into thinking this was going to be a good game based on the trailers, which I can't blame you. It didn't look that bad in the trailers. Notice how I said that bad. That's I can see the logic when people saw Legend ZA and they were going off the logic that, oh, it'll be just like Pokemon Arceus, where it looks like it won't be that amazing, but it's actually feels really fun to play. Which, to be fair, Arceus was very fun. It had a nice story. It had really good aesthetics. I liked it. The problem is that you took all that goodwill from the entire community. Yes, even the ones that are like, really negative, but they still play the new game anyway because they are just like the Battlefield community and they are battered wives that just keep coming back to their husband every time they beat them. And yeah, sadly, this is another series that I actually do enjoy, but I've found myself over the years enjoying the fan games a lot more than the actual series. And I get really angry when Nintendo takes them down. And I just can't help but just think maybe it's time everyone just stops actually buying their games. Like, just make your own fan game, play your own fan game, and just have fun with that. There's no shame in that. Like genuinely, you have Pokemon Reloaded, like this one, obviously. You have Pokemon Unbound. You have. Oop, one sec, just got Toxic. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want Toxic. That's fine. Like, I already got Poison Gas, so it's like, why would I get Toxic? Because in this game, you have, ranged attacks, you have your homing attacks, you have like that thing, like a status buff, you have your physical like attacks, you have your double attacks and like things that hit multiple times. It's like there's like ones in beams where it's like a straight line or where it's like it's almost guaranteed to hit. You have like things that like spread out or like earthquake where it's like it's a physical like circle. Like it's like I just imagine like this ghastly here, where it's like it'll go like this. I think it's earthquake that does that. And yeah, it's this is very fun. What else you got? You got anyway. I think I've like illustrated my point. There's a bunch of fan games that you should play over Legends EA because they have quite literally shown that they are incapable of really putting in effort for the series. So why would you take that? Like, look at this Ghastly's eyes. Look at him in the eye and say that you would buy a $200 Pokemon game. Why am I saying $200? I don't fucking know. I'm a little tipsy, but I don't know. It's like I can't really take it too seriously because it's like I gave so much shit to the Battlefield community for doing this, where they buy and pre-order a game before it's out, and I'll give it to them. The game looks good still. Now, will EA and DICE keep this up since they got bought by a Saudi company and Trump's son-in-law? I don't know. I sincerely doubt it because, as a flaw it doesn't have a good story campaign. Its multiplayer still has the same critiques that everybody has since the beta. where it's, the maps aren't as big as they should be, except for like, some of the old maps that they ported back in, which I think that's more of a designer flaw, like on the game design part, where they're focusing on the smaller maps for the new people coming in, basically. And yeah, it's the same issues that they had from previous games. Now, Pokemon is doing the same thing, except they're taking one small step forward and then taking four steps back for no reason. They don't need to do this. You don't need to give them money for that. You don't need to reward this. If you have kids and you plan on playing this game with them, don't. Genuinely don't. Like, teach your kid how to use a computer to play fan games. I promise you, if you find like an age appropriate fan game, they will be fine. They will have a blast. You have Pokemon Pathways, which is an actual RPG. It is an actual fan made RPG where everything matters and it's like Persona, but it's Pokemon. Like it's in a 2D style just like this, and it's an RPG. It has like, a day based time management system where you actually have to go to school and stuff. It teaches you time management skills. It teaches you all this different stuff. Like obviously it's not an actual, teaching aid, but just you get my point that it's different. It is innovating off of something and actually giving you something different on the table. You also have various story based games that are actually really fun. You have uh I forget the name, but there's several Spanish speaker like communities that make Pokemon fan games that translate into English that are really good. And they deserve a lot of attention and they people tend to sleep on them because, they're a different language and they finally get released into English and everybody kind of forgets about them for a while. But either way, there's so many ROM hacks, there's so many various things to the point where you will never run out of content. You will have plenty of fun. You just need to look for it. Anyway, hopefully I laid out my point here. There's not really much of anything that I can say to convince the extreme hardcore, I guess, Pokemon fanatics, because you aren't really fans. You're just obsessed with the idea that this game is good and you're justifying yourselves. You're not using logic, you're just using raw emotion. And I'm not going to take people like that seriously. It's really just as simple as that. Anyway, I hope everyone has a good day and good weekend, and yeah, goodbye.